Sorry I'm whispering, everyone's still kind of sleeping in the house. If you're new here, hello, my name's Piper Brown. I'm an illustrator and graphic designer here in California. And I thought today would be kind of fun to do a sketchbook page with you. So go ahead, grab a fun drink, grab your sketchbook, and let's get sketching. I wanted to show you the sketchbook I'm using today. I'm using this one, which is almost filled, by the way. Look at this. It is almost full. So I'll have to do a sketchbook tour soon to show you guys all of the sketches I have in here. But we're gonna go ahead and work on this last page here. I already kind of put a sticker on it to fill in some space, and I was testing out some colors. And so let me show you what materials I'm using and the colors I decided to go with today. Let me pull those out for you. So I'm gonna be using these two sketching pencils. These are Prismacolor Color Erase. So they're just like colored pencils with little erasers on the end, which is pretty cool. And then I have this red one, and this red one's kind of short. So I have this I have this weird contraption that is like, I don't even know what it's called, but you put your shorter pencils in it like this, and then it makes your pencils a little bit longer. So I'm gonna be using this today. I've really been into Tombow markers, so I have these ones that I'm gonna use. I have this like lime green one that I really like, and I'm gonna try to combine it with this like blue gray one. So I have these two, and then to outline things, I'm gonna use this Straddler fine liner pen, and you can kind of see it's like this like cool green color. So I'm gonna be using these today. And then I really like adding texture to my sketches, so I'm gonna be using this Prismacolor, what color is this? Poppy red. So I'm gonna be using this Prismacolor to add some texture and shading to my sketches. And hey, that's about it, so let's get started. For the past few months, I've been trying to finish one sketchbook page a day, but do I do that? Not really, but I try to do at least 2 to 3 pages a week. It feels like I have all of the motivation in the world on Mondays, and then it starts to taper out by the end of the week. But I do the best that I can, and sometimes I have some awesome sketching weeks that I end up using for future stickers and prints, and other times it's just hot garbage. But that's okay, I mostly just sketch to keep my creative juices flowing. I like to think that my sketchbook is well traveled. Sometimes I'll take it to the library, other times I'll take it to a cafe, or maybe I'll take it to the park, but most days I just pop open my laptop and doodle from my desk. Taking my sketchbook with me whenever I leave the house has really helped me with social anxiety. The first couple days when I drew in public, I was so self-conscious and nervous, I just wanted to finish my doodle and get the heck out of there. But as the months went by and my sketchbook came with me to more and more places, I feel so comfortable just plopping my sketchbook down and drawing away. I still get anxious about bringing my sketchbook to restaurants though. I'm gonna keep practicing it until I get a little less nervous. I think I want to take my sketchbook to a breakfast place next and have a fat stack of pancakes while I doodle. That sounds like a dream. I'm also wanting to try drawing dates with my husband. He is such a great artist, and I would love to drag him with me to a cafe to drink some fun coffees and doodle together. Have you guys ever had a drawing date with somebody? Speaking of fun coffees, I should tell you about what I've been sipping on in this video. I recently bought one of those small metal espresso makers, and I've been going crazy with mixing flavors with my coffee. My current go-to is some thick oat milk with hazelnut creamer, and honestly, who knows how many shots of espresso, I never count it, but it's definitely enough to keep me awake for the day. I throw in a few handfuls of ice, toss it in my cup, and sip on it throughout the day. I seriously love it so much, and I look forward to making it every morning, and I'm super sad when it's gone. I am always on the lookout for new flavor combos, so if you have your go-to coffee combo, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna try them all. Anyways, enough talking about coffee, let's get back to talking about art. I've really loved using Pinterest for inspiration. I will just scroll until I find something that sparks a memory, leaves me feeling inspired, or maybe something that just makes me laugh. I tend to eventually just draw plants though. I've been really loving tulips lately, and I really like playing around with the shading on the tulip petals and the leaves. I can almost guarantee you that there will be a few tulips on this sketchbook by the end of the video. So it usually takes me about an hour to finish an entire sketch page, and I normally spend about 2 to 5 minutes on each sketch.
Doing these quick sketches really helps me not get too focused on having perfect lines or perfect colors. I just commit to finishing the doodle, warts and all, until 5 minutes is up. Sometimes I end up loving the doodle, and other times it just grosses me out. But it is so important to make ugly art, and remember that not everything you create is gonna be good. Sometimes good things come from the bad. There have been so many ugly sketches that I revisit down the line and I end up loving. Some of them are even stickers in my shop right now. So I'm gonna be honest here, sometimes it's really hard to find something to sketch. I will scroll and find no inspiration, and that is kind of when I do this mini challenge for myself. I will close my eyes and scroll through my camera roll. When I stop scrolling, I challenge myself to draw one thing from any of the photos that pop up on the screen. Sometimes it's a flower, sometimes it's my dog, but it always gives me something to sketch. So it feels like I don't run out of ideas. And this is kind of a note to myself. It is okay to keep redrawing the same subject. Sometimes I feel goofy because I keep drawing strawberries over and over again, but the more you draw them, the better you get. So if you find yourself drawing the same thing, just keep going, become a master at it.
Well, that about does it. Here is the sketchbook page for today. Probably the rats in love. I think that was my favorite sketch from today, but thank you so much for sketching with me and hanging out with me. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun too. Let me know if you want me to do another sketchbook page drawing session, and we could totally do it. But thank you so much for sticking around. I absolutely adore you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!